Hello, welcome crafty friends. This is Amanda with Crafting with Amanda, and I have two photos from when I went to a Close to My Heart regional celebration. And then I have this never-ending Aspen papers. If you've been following my channel the last couple months actually, you know that a friend of mine and I decided that we would go into our stash and look at our paper packs, and she decided that Aspen papers, it was time to use them up and move them on. So she got hers out, I got mine out. I've made several layouts. I've started now with the scraps after this layout to make some card fronts, so I will have that on my Instagram or in my Facebook channel, or Facebook group I should say, Crafting with Amanda VIP group. I will have the link to that group in the video description if you want to join us over there. So here, like I said, these are the leftover pieces that I have of Aspen. I have this one stripe piece that's a full 12 inches. I have these flowers that I had created for another project. I'm trying to use up embellishments and things that are in my studio, and I'm also trying to create beautiful layouts and preserve the memories for my family. I'm realizing as time is passing that there's so many details that just get missed or forgotten about. So I'm really feeling that urgency now to get these scrapbooked and into albums. So just again playing around with the pieces that I have, and I'm gonna make banner ends with this little vignette of papers for this upper corner. I pulled out this stencil, and I do want to share that your stencils will not turn this dark unless you use gesso through them, because the gesso actually puts a barrier on the stencil plastic, and instead of it cleaning off, it will go ahead and absorb color. So especially with dye inks, that's why my stencil is a little darker. Yours, if you don't ever use gesso through it, you shouldn't have this problem. So here I'm going to go ahead and snip these ribbon banner ends, and I like to just clip up the middle and then from each of the corners, and that way I know that it's balanced, that it's going to be the same height from both edges. Even if it's not quite in the middle, at least it's the same height, and for me that works out just fine. I can't cut a straight line any other way, but for this it just works. This is one of those layouts that I had gone on Pinterest to see if I could find some inspiration, and I couldn't, and it sat on my desk for a long time. I moved it 6 different times because I had everything stacked up on my Versamat here. I had the base pages and all of the scraps from Aspen, and then finally it just came together. So I'm using the sapphire ink to ink through this stencil, and this inspiration came from, I was looking for something else, another photo somebody had asked me about, and I saw a layout where I'd use this exact stencil kind of as a fan of cards, and I really like how it turned out, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to use it as is, just as one stencil piece. So here I took 2 pieces of that sapphire cardstock, doubled them up, ran them through my die cutting machine with the thin cut letters, and it's funny, I don't normally like bigger titles, but for whatever reason this just works for me. This is what it is. It was a regional celebration, getting together with all other Close to My Heart makers from around Michigan, Ohio, Indiana. They all came together. Found out that there's a chance that Katie Weeks is also at this event, and I didn't know her then, but we are in Makers with Heart together, so it was kind of fun talking about that. The Makers with Heart are trying to pull together a crop that'll be Zoom based, where people can come and sit in a Zoom meeting with us and work on your own projects. We think we'll have some challenges involved with that, but it will be completely free, where you just come and hang out with us while we crop and do our work. And if you have questions, or if you are stuck on something, one of us should be able to give some ideas that might work for a solution for your problems. So here I have the old 3D flowers as well as the layered flowers. And if you've watched my channel at any time, you know that I love to create the flowers to give them more lifelike, that they're not just flat. I'm using the score tool from my old Close to My Heart scoreboard. That's what's in my hand here, is this black piece, and kind of just giving them some shape and some wrinkles, and it gives it that thin, you know, flowers have that wrinkled kind of velvety skin like, and in person you can really see that. So I went ahead and punched out with some of the scraps that I have around. I used up all the rest of the creme brulee cardstock. That's that yellowy orange right there in my right hand, and I have a few small pieces that are going to go on the card fronts that I'm doing, but that's it. I couldn't punch out any more flowers out of the pieces I had left. So sad to say, but creme brulee is no longer in this house. And here again, these are leaves that I had with a punch that I just punched out for another project, and were in one of the plastic envelopes. If you haven't seen how I store my embellishments, I can put a link to a Makers with Heart video that we talk about our storage and kind of solutions for our studio space. Here I'm just, like I said, gluing all of these clusters of flowers around. The film strip again was just a piece that was on my desk. I do like to have something, and you can see that acrylic block works well, it holds the flower to the paper so it gets a good grip, but it doesn't flatten the flowers. They're not too heavy for that. I find my phone or other objects are just a little too heavy and it flattens out my embellishments. They will get a little flat when I put them in the albums, but for the most part this cardstock is a great thickness that you can bend it and give it shape, but as soon as you stretch those fibers, it holds its shape really well. I mean, if you really wanted it flat, I think if you put it in an album with a couple big dictionaries on top of it, yes, it would flatten out, but for the most part I've been very pleased with flowers that I shaped over 10 years ago, and they still look great. For final touches, I'm just adding some of these clear gems, again trying to clean out my stash and make room for all the new goodies. I don't know about you, but I find sometimes that when I have just the one-off or the two-off pieces, it's harder for me to find a use for them. But these 3 gems, the bigger ones, alright, 3 gems, 1 page, this is just gonna work. So that's what we did, is I just made it work. This layout came together very quickly. Like I said, I'm using the never-ending Aspen scraps, which might actually be coming to an end before this week is out. Very excited about that. I have my stencil kind of as some added flair behind my flowers. It's funny, I've been making myself not use flowers in my layouts. I just felt like I was doing too much of that, and yet here they are perfect for this. Here's how you can connect with me on social media. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. That would help me out a lot. Let YouTube know what kind of content you like so it shows you more of that. Here's another video that you may be interested in, and I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you.